To another Monday live stream. My name's Shane Olson, and today we're going to be modeling a shrimp. A shrimp that was concepted by Aaron Blaze. I've been wanting to model something of his for a long time. He just posted this the other day from a canceled something or other, so yeah, it just looked really nice. So I thought I'd sculpt it up. So hey, what's up, me? How you doing? All right. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm in a temporary setup, so hopefully you can hear me okay and things are good. Still working on getting everything good to go. Anyway, I hope this guy lasts me a couple hours. He's pretty simple, but he's got some interesting concepts going on, so let's see how we can do here. Hey Neil, how's it going? Okay. I just really like the design of this guy. It's like complex but simple at the same time. Audio's good? Okay, thanks. All right. We can start by sculpting out this head. I'm going to crank up the resolution. Sure we got symmetry turned on. Oh yeah, Dan. I hope Dan shows his rendering process. June 21st. Also Wednesday, you may have seen, I'm going to be doing Maxon event. It's kind of a pre-recorded type deal. So it's not live, but I'll be answering questions live after the fact. So check that out. Hey B-Man, how are you? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. I have AccuCurve turned on, so it's kind of punching a hole. That just means the profile of the move brush is kind of like a point rather than a soft curve. I'm going to narrow this guy's head quite a bit. And he's kind of got this valley going across his chin. And I'll put the lower mouth in a bit. Kind of a strange design here, but I like it. Hey Biggie, how you doing? Doing good, doing good. Maybe something like that. Oh, hey Brad, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Did my camera freeze or is it still going? Gosh dang it. My camera's having issues. Oh goodness. Stinking camera. All right, well, I guess I'll hide it. I don't know what's going on with my camera. the logo down. No camera today. Sorry, guys. It would take me a while to get that going again, I guess. Let me try one thing. Will that do it? Nope, still frozen. Gosh dang it. Frozen. Okay. I should just put my caricature up so you can see me. Oh well, I'm here. I think this is the first time I haven't had a camera in all of my streams. Oh, it's old. Okay, let's see here. I might just knife that that mouth, but let's see what I can do here. Oh, hey Kenya. Let's do a mirror and weld. Okay, it seems to be working well. It's true. Good old butt chin. This kind of goes, there's like 2 into 1, so this will be interesting. So I think I'm going to mirror it so it's doubled. Maybe. There's so many different ways I could do this, but not a huge fan of technical difficulties. Not sure who is, but all right, let's split this off just so I can deal with it. I've met Aaron and I've hung out with him a couple times. He likes to go to Lightbox Expo and the Creative Talent Network, CTN. And he's good friends with my friend Milton, who I'm good friends with. So we just kind of, yeah, it's nice to hang out. And Aaron's kind of a rock star, and he has a whole bunch of online courses that teach you how to, well, a whole bunch of different things, but how to animate, how to paint. He's huge with animals. And he directed Brother Bear, the Disney film Brother Bear. Okay, I'm going to leave his mouth open just a bit. Let's see if we can clip without making a mess. We'll see. Probably gonna, yeah. That's what I figured. It's gonna pull up his chin really big. Let's try it again. Not going so far into his mouth. Maybe like that. It's a little better. Am I going to any shows this year? You know, I'm not sure quite yet. I don't have any plans as of today, but I would like to go to the Lightbox Expo. I did a booth there one year, It was a lot of fun. I'm not doing a booth there again, at least not this year. But I would like to attend. I still have all the magnets and stickers and stuff from it. That was a lot of fun. Kind of looks like a bird. Hey there, welcome. How about you guys? Anybody plan on going to any expos this year? Sorry, my camera's not working today. It was. I don't know what happened to it. Just decided to stop working. And these eyes are huge. Oh, have you been to CTM before? Yeah, it's CTN's my favorite. I really like it because it's so close to the studios in LA that you can go on studio tours pretty easily, and they have them going on at the time. So I don't know what's up with CTN at the moment, like what the plans are for it. But it stands up to its name, Creative Talent Network. That's where I met most of the people when it first started. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I met like Corey Loftus, a bunch of people from Disney Feature. They all go and hang out. I'm gonna duplicate these eyes. Wonder if I'm gonna get the same attendance of people watching since I don't have a camera. It's kind of a bummer. Next week I'll have a sweet setup, hopefully. Did you go to PAX? You know, I would love to. I've never been. Have you been to that? I met the Penny Arcade guys at Comic-Con a few years ago. And I've always wanted to go to PAX. I just never have. Hey Sammy, how you doing? Did you get the studio? It's coming tomorrow, Brad. I did get it. Yeah, I'm super excited for it. You know, I think I'm gonna subdivide this. Fancy M1, yep. We'll see. I'm excited to see how it does. Add a subdivision level. There we go. Now let's cut it off. Oh, this guy's funny. All right. He's already funny. Maybe something like that. All right, now that we have those eyes in place. It was fun. You've been twice. Yeah, it's up in, don't they do it up in Seattle? A lot of game stuff, right? You know, I still need to finish that snail guy that I was working on last week. And toys. Oh, I didn't know that. Ooh. I did not know that. Like collectibles and stuff? That gives me a reason to go. Well, I mean, I'm a huge gamer too, so I've always wanted to go for that. Just saving here. Okay. Just add some color here. Everything's better with color, right? I need to work on the lower mouth transition a little bit. All right. It's looking a little better. I want to make him, I like how he's like kind of frowning a little bit. So I think I might stitch these together right now. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, where'd you go? There we go. I sent my gizmo home and it's all the way down here. Okay. So basically, if you're going to stitch something with symmetry, you need to have your gizmo centered in the world. And so I like to just send it home. You hold down Alt or Command and you just hit this home button and it'll send it to the center of your world. And speaking of world, I have this file that has the X, Y, and Z grids all snapped to 0, 0. By default, the grids snap to the outermost edge of your character, so you don't really know where 0, 0 is. And that always kind of drove me crazy. So I made this file that has a ruler in it that also has the grid snapped to 0, 0. And I give this file away for free. So if you want to go get it, it's over at 3dcharacterworkshop.com. And it also comes with this ruler. And it's set up to centimeters. So each grid is a 20 by 20 centimeter grid. And you can kind of see that with this ruler. This is a 20 centimeter ruler for 200 millimeters. And yeah, thanks, Neil. And I also teach an online course if you want to learn how to create characters like this. You'll find it at the same location over at 3D Character Workshop. Okay, so next bit, I wanted to make one of these, maybe one of these, well, let me finish stitching it. Got distracted there. Okay, so I usually use remesh by union. A lot of people are like, why don't you use Dynamesh? And the reason I like remesh by union is because it will only change where the objects overlap. It won't rebuild your entire object. So, for example, if I were to Dynamesh this right now, there's a good chance I would lose these hard edges along this mouth beak thing. But if I remesh by union, it'll keep those. So I'm going to hit remesh by union. And there you go. See, it didn't rebuild all that. It only stitched right here. And so now I can hit accept. And we are good. Okay. And it does make triangles. It's not the best for dynamic subdivisions. So if you want to, you can ZRemesh this at any time. Let's see what ZRemesh will give us at this moment. Let's see. So ZRemesh, I'm going to ZRemesh at 3. That stands for 3000, by the way. I don't necessarily want to keep groups. I'll just hit it and see what it gives us. Not too bad. I think I can deal with that. I mean, it's kind of messy down in here, but that's okay. And now I can use dynamic subdivisions. And then just use this detail brush. To push it in a little bit more. And it does get rid of your color, so you have to go get the color again and refill it. And then I can mask off this lower section of his mouth. Hey Leonard, it's working great so far. I get my Mac tomorrow, so that's when that's what the real test will be. But so far I really like it. Oh, mirroring. Forgot to mirror. Now let's go. Okay. I just got a Mac Studio Max, M-A-X. So it's like I was really contemplating getting a MacBook, like with the M1 chip in it, but the Mac Studio made more sense because I really don't travel with my computer that much. If I did, I'd probably get a MacBook. But I'm just gonna hook it up to this setup I got going, and the reason why is because I want to do I want to show some other things, not just ZBrush. I will be showing a lot of ZBrush, of course, but and I want to do some video editing. And both DaVinci and Final Cut Pro do amazing on the new M1s. I was debating holding out for an M2, but I think that's still going to be a while out. So I just decided to pull the trigger and get an M1. It's plenty for what I need to do. That should be showing up here tomorrow. And then I have a Mac or a monitor arm showing up today to hold this ginormous monitor. If this camera was working, I'd show you it. But it's the Samsung Neo Odyssey Neo G9. It's nuts. It's a game changer, I'm not gonna lie. It is. So my whole career I've used like dual monitors, right? I really love the dual monitor setup. But what this gives you, what this wide, ultra wide monitor, it's like two 27-inch monitors together side by side, but there's no bezel splitting the two monitors. And you're naturally just staring straight at that bezel, right? That's the thing that's in front of you. So with a dual monitor setup, you're either looking to the left or looking to the right, or you put one in front of your face and put the other one off to the side. And that's kind of how I've worked with dual monitors forever. But what this does is it allows you to put a full 27-inch monitor width in front of you, and then it splits the other monitor in half and puts one on the left and one on the right. So, oh yeah, this is Skin Shade 4. You can see it right here. Skin Shade 4, it ships with ZBrush. I like it because it shows you the color nicely. So, okay. Used to stack them, yeah. So another thing is, what's nice is, so I can split the input between a Mac and a PC, so I can have a Mac monitor on the left and a PC monitor on the right. This is within the same monitor, so because it has two inputs. I wish it had two component inputs, but it has one component and two HDMIs, which is weird. I'm excited for it. It's like the best of all worlds, you know? It's like, I don't want to choose. I just want to use them both. Hey, George, how you doing, man? I'm doing good, thanks. I hope you're doing good, too. Haven't seen you for a while. I really, really loved your how to optimize file size. George, if you want, well, dang. I don't think YouTube allows you to post links in here. I was going to say post a link to that. Neil, maybe you can. I don't know if you can post on YouTube or not. It's really good. It's funny you said that because in my 3D character workshop, that's like the very first lesson that I teach is save a Z tool, not a Z project, because Z projects can get gigantic. Hey, Couch Otter, how you doing? The shrimp is my grumpy Monday spirit animal. Nice. I thought he was hilarious. So I'm like, oh man, he'd be perfect to model. Hey Kemi, how you doing? Welcome. Sorry, my camera's not working. This is a bit of a temporary setup until I get everything going. And I had a webcam going earlier on in the stream, but it decided to crap out on me. Started your workday optimizing a 2 gig file. Yeah, it's always fun, right? Oh geez. You know what really what's really interesting is the quick save files in ZBrush, those are projects as well. So sometimes your quick saves are not so quick saves. And they'll, if you have a bunch of Z tools loaded up in ZBrush, it will try and save all of those Z tools in a quick save file. And then you have to optimize those, right? So what I tend to do for you guys, just a little tip for you, if you go to preferences, hey, what's up, Josh? How you doing? If you go to preferences and you go to quick save right here, you can change some of the settings. And this is how long ZBrush will sit until it does a quick save. I'll either set it to 15 or 20 minutes. And then history will make your files quite large, and you can turn on skip history if you'd like. And I don't know. Oh, this is how long you just leave ZBrush at rest before it saves. And then this is the important one, the max quick save files. That's how many quick save files you want to store on your local machine. By default, it's cranked really high. I never really need more than 5 or 6. So it's just a good idea to turn these down to like 6 or so. Because otherwise it'll save these gigantic files on your hard drive, and it's not really apparent where they live. And if your machine's ever slow, you can always try deleting your quick save files. You can delete them right here. So will this tutorial be available after the live is ended? Yes, it's on the ZBrush Live YouTube channel. Yeah, George. My pleasure. I may make a YouTube video talking about that too. Let's see. Yep, Aaron Blaze is great. Forgot to limit the number of quick saves and I killed my hard drive. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. Okay, I'm gonna split this off. Add some more geometry to this. I'm listening to my 80s Spotify channel. Listening to Poison Arrow by ABC. I swear, back in the 80s, they didn't care what their lyrics were as long as it sounded good. But always fun. Oh, I got AccuCurve on this. I'm like, why is it making these little holes? Weird. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Okay. Make his back kind of straight. Looks like a little butt back here. Funny. Oh, thanks, Neil. I didn't know you had my Spotify list ready to go. Yeah, if you want to listen to my 80s channel, there you go. Now it's in excess. Don't change. That's a good one. There's a couple poles here I'm fighting. I'm gonna Z-remesh this, I think, so I'm not fighting those poles. See this right here and this right here? It's just causing these little dents. Let's go to 2000 for this one. Z-remesh. See, the poles are gone. It's a little heavy, so let's do half. And if you're wondering what this menu is, this is my own custom menu. And you can get it over on my website at 3dcharacterworkshop.com. I give it away for free. That's what I'm using, if you're wondering. Turns into a tech talk. Have you looked into a 1 gig SSD? I have not. I have a couple that I bought a while back. It seems like the price of a lot of gear is dropping. Like especially since, you know, like some of the tech currency is dropping. What is it, like Dogecoin and stuff like that? They're selling a bunch of the GPUs off. Okay, so now the poles are down here, which is good. Yeah, GPU is finally coming down. Finally. I'm running two 1080s in this machine. And they've held up good for me for a while, but man, I sure would love some 3080s. But my goodness, that's the cost of a single machine. No thanks. Okay. So we have this one. You know, I think I'm going to try and warp this. Let's see what happens, huh? So Let's do, is it just a deformer? Yes, but not so many dots. Let's see. There we go. I just want a single cube. There we go. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to warp it a little bit. How do you duplicate it? What's the shortcut? So I'll be doing that again here shortly, and I'll show you. But it's just Control. Okay, now I think what I want to do. Oh, I wonder if that would happen. Okay, well, let's do it again. I just wanted one more split in the center. So let's try it one more time. And you can mask off these dots just as if they were regular geometry. So if I hold down Control and then I add Alt to it and I make, see this, it's usually a mask, but if I add Alt, it becomes a mask everything else except for this. And then what I wanted to do is kind of bump this up a little bit. See that? Okay, so now when I'm done, if I like it, let's clear this out. Just kind of squeeze this in a little bit. Yeah, so if I like it, then I can just click on this gear again and hit accept. And it goes away, and now I can just manipulate this thing. It's just called deformer. So if you go under the gear, it's just deformer. It's kind of like the FFD deformer in Maya or something like that. Freeform deform, that's what FFD stands for. Okay, so to duplicate this, see how this one is masked and this one is not? As long as your gizmo is showing, it doesn't matter where your gizmo is at in space. You can just hold down Control. I always snap my camera to the side, by the way. And then you just hold Control, and I use these outer corners because it only works with translate. It doesn't work with rotate or scale. And now I can move this down and turn it some more. And I want to put this in its own polygroup, so I just went back to when it was masked and then hit Control W, which puts any masked objects into its own polygroup. Okay. I'm just going to shrink this one up to match. And then I want to scale these all up from here. This guy's name's Popcorn. I thought that was hilarious. Popcorn. Reminds me of that little Muppet shrimp. Can't remember his name. Pierre or something. You guys know. What's his name of the Muppet shrimp? Scraggins, welcome. Nice. Did Tom send you my way? If so, welcome. Thanks, Tom. Pepe, the king prawn. That's right. Thanks, Neil. I knew you would know. Nice. Well, welcome. Okay, now just a note, if you ever want to send your gizmo to the center of your object, but the center of your object is in the middle of the world, if you try and hit this, I call it a Google Maps icon. If you try and hit this thing, it's going to, oh, I had, sorry, let me do it again. and your symmetry is turned on, it's going to center it in half of your object. See that? Maybe the left, maybe the right, but it centers your gizmo in half your object. So what you have to do is you have to turn off symmetry first, then hit this icon, then turn it back on. Now your gizmo is centered in that shape in the world. So then you can do things like scale it down perfectly in the center of itself. I don't know how many more we have going on in there, but before I do that, I'm going to invert my masking, hit Control W again, and it's going to put this piece in its own polygroup. Now we're getting all rainbow looking. Oh, see, it's going to duplicate anything that's unmasked. So now I want to remask this one and then duplicate it. And you'll see whenever you duplicate something, it puts it in the exact same polygroup as the one that you duplicated. So that's why I need to invert this, then hit Control W, and it'll put it in a new one. But then it will unmask everything when you do that. So you have to hold down Control, tap on the object to remask it. Yeah, George, you know, it's kind of a mixed bag. I love it. It's a love-hate relationship, right? Because I love the fact that you can just unhook the gizmo and just move it wherever you want. Whoops. Like this. It's like free to move about the cabin anytime you want. And that's really difficult to do in other programs, right? So I love it for that, but at the same time, I wish that when you held down Control and tapped on an object to mask it off, I wish the gizmo wouldn't snap there sometimes. I wish I could just leave my gizmo where it is, right? I wish there was kind of a hotkey setup that would just allow you to do that. But you can't have everything, right? I'll take what I got. I'd much rather be able to move the gizmo around freely. Yeah, maybe. That's true. You can lock it. But I don't think you can lock it and then hold Control and tap on the object and have it be locked. See, it'll still go even though it's locked. Okay, let's see. Maybe a couple more. Rinse, repeat kind of thing. Whoop. Never seen a creature with such big eyes. Yeah, it's very Muppety. I like it. Hey, David. Welcome, welcome. I think I need to curl his tail even tighter than it is, but maybe not. I think it's okay. Rinse, repeat, duplicate. Next verse, same as the first. You know, I could shrink it and move it here first before I put it in another poly group. Gotta work smarter, not harder, right? Okay. Maybe one more for good measure. And again, if you guys didn't see the announcement, I'm going to be doing a presentation this Wednesday for the Maxon event. When you open up ZBrush, you'll see it on the left-hand side. And you can click on that to find out more information on it. And yes, as Nightbot just stated, they're going to go over Dan Eater's Ryu post. June 21st at 5. Yeah, Dan is an absolutely phenomenal character artist, stylized character artist. So that would be a good one to watch because he has this really unique rendering style, and he's going to talk about it during this presentation. So, well, thanks, Otter. This looks like a croissant. Croissant? Yeah, Neil, I think, well, that's the whole thing is it's his image breakdown, right? So I think they're going to ask him to talk about that. I hope they do too. I did an interview with him for my students recently. I'm still working on getting that edited, but he talked about his rendering style a little bit. He does have a tutorial on his ArtStation about it, but it's kind of his older way of doing things. Now what I'm doing here, I guess I should explain it. So I want to bend him a little bit more than he is right now. And yeah, he does have a few more of these links than Aaron has drawn here. But I can do it a couple ways. I can grab this Move Elastic brush with topological turned off and kind of move it around, but it's a bit hard to control. So another way I can do it is with Mask Lasso, is just hold down Control and then draw a loop around. And you can see I can use the straight edge of this lasso to cut through this piece, and it will draw a line through here. And then I can use this blur mask, hit that a couple times, and then I can rotate this like so. Gives me a little tighter control. Makar. Hey, Omgerloot. How's it going? ZBrush is mostly a digital sculpting application. Let me bring this down. Maybe shorten it up this way. Well, you've come to the right place. I stream. This is ZBrush Live that you're watching now, and it's just where volunteers like myself will teach how they use ZBrush in their workflow. And this is my 200 and something episode. Hey Jerome, how you doing? Okay. We're making a shrimp today. Late night here, still working. Basically how I do things, 9 times out of 10, I just stretch a sphere. So I'll just insert a sphere and then just move it around into the shape that I need it to be, especially when I'm creating organic creatures and characters, because a sphere is the most organic shape, you know. When I mask off a circle, I don't get very crisp lines. That just means you don't have enough detail to hold the masking. So what I mean by that is Like say I'm going to go grab the masking brush that's a circle, like this mask circle right here. Then I hold down Control and drag a circle out like this. And then you let go. See how it's all jaggedy? See, is that what you're talking about? See how it's jiggity jaggedy like that? If you're needing to do a circle for some high resolution detail, just save it till the very end. And then what you can do is subdivide it. So I'm going to hit, I'm going to hit apply on this dynamic subdivisions. Now, when I do the masking, then it's crispier. It's still jagged, but it's crispier than it was. So if I add a couple more subdivision levels, you can see the count of the polygons up here in the top left. And now it's subdivided to 2.3 million. And now if I drag out a mask, it's going to be pretty crispy. Yeah, and then I can blur it. And that'll soften it up. So I'm going to undo all that. Okay. But I usually like to work quite low. I'm working on a model. It's a dude from Big Lebowski. I have some problem with likeness. Do you have some suggestion on how to stylize facial features, Teresa? Just it's a matter of experience and how, because it all boils down to measuring and, just figuring out what makes that character that character. It's kind of like figuring out how to crack a safe is the way I like to say it, because you're trying to dial in their features, like what makes them look like them. And sometimes I believe a caricature can look more like the person than the person does because their features are exaggerated, right? So you want to gather as much reference as possible, and then you have to kind of figure out what makes that person, and then exaggerate their features, and then you want to shrink down the features that aren't as prominent, things like that. So hope that helps. Okay. There's a really great book by, I can't remember the name of one of the artists from Mad Magazine, that breaks it down really nice. Hey, what's up, Matt? Neil, do you happen to have a link to that? I'm going to split this off, I think. Hey, Logan. Mort Druck. I'm not sure if that's him or not. Maybe. Yeah, I stream every single Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Sounds good. Well, I'm glad you could catch me live. How'd you create the clear divide on the eye? It's just two spheres crossing the center mirror line. Yeah, The Mad Art of Caricature by Tom Richmond. Thank you very much, Signor. Yeah. That's the one. It's really nice. Thanks, Neil. Yeah, I really love how he breaks down the faces into these T shapes, like the T that goes around the eyes and then down to the mouth, and because that's kind of a just a helpful way of measuring to help figure out the the code of the person's face. I like to call it their code. Like again, it's like cracking a safe to me. I think it's just Shane Olson art on Pinterest. Okay, I think it'll work. And he's got these little like brushes along his tail. I got his head too big. Maybe. You can always check your proportions against your image if you brought your image in like I have with Spotlight. You know, I might remove one of these things. I don't know. We'll see. 'Cause he's a bit longish here. Anyway, with Spotlight, you can bring this down, scale it up, turn the opacity down, and then just kind of float your character behind it. Sort of at the same angle. You can turn on perspective. Yeah, see, I knew it was too long, but not bad. His eyes need to be bigger. Maybe that's it. Maybe. And you just kind of float it around. You don't want to match it perfectly exact. You're just kind of giving yourself a gauge, you know, like I can see that my eyes could be about 10 to 15% bigger. And maybe the fin things on the very, very back. And his body could be a bit bigger. I think I am going to delete one of those and inflate the rest. Let's park this back up there. Whoops. Okay. So let's do something crazy. I'll just get rid of this one. See you later. And maybe this one. All right. Whoops. I still have that mask circle. And, you know, use this as a lesson, just telling you that nothing is precious. Like, don't feel like you have to keep those around if they're not working, right? So it's best to just like assess and figure out if what you're doing is working or not, and then adjust. Okay, just making sure my gizmo's still centered. Let's see, I'm gonna actually split this fin off. Do a split hidden. Stretch this out. Again, I apologize, my camera's not working. This is a temporary setup for a minute. I got some, oh, that's why AccuCurve is still on. And I'm using an old webcam, and it just decided to crap out on me. Make these two larger. Okay, better. Yeah, that's feeling more like him. Thanks, Neil. Yes, if you want to get these brushes, I give them away for free over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. They're the exact brushes I use to create every character that I make. Can you make a mesh instant? No, Matt, not that I know of. Let's see. Okay, I think we're good for a minute. Yeah. Stream into some who knows who. Just doing a save as here. All right. Let's get these crazy legs on. I think that'll really make him have a fun personality here. Okay, for this, I think I'm going to do a Z-sphere. I hardly ever use Z-spheres, but I think this would be a good use case. Maybe. Maybe not. Nah. It drives me crazy when they're hooked together, like the Z-spheres are hooked together. I just want to be able to edit them. Let's make these all come off of his... It's funny, they come out from in between these whatever chin flap things. We'll see how that goes. So when you insert a multi-mesh, as you drag it out, and you get to a certain point, you can push it back in and it will shrink the X and Y axes, just leaving the Z alone. That's how you can get really skinny arms or whatever you want to use. And then you can just use smooth to smooth them out the rest of the way. These are really thin where they connect. Okay. And I'm going to duplicate these off and then rotate them like this to be his front little arm things. I kind of like his elbows being out that way. Shrimp are so weird. Oh, I'm not in I'm still in perspective. You got to be careful about that. Okay, let's go get this color. So weird. All right. Here we go. Droopy fingers. Let's add a little onto them. Now, a lot of people ask me what this topological button does. And I put that on my user interface essentially so any of these brushes can work with it. If you've ever seen Move Topological, that's one version of it. But I like to be able to use like Move Alas. Any of these brushes will work with it. And all it means is if it's turned off and I use Move, it's going to move all of these together. And if Topological is turned on, it's a topological mask, meaning whatever I touch first as far as a solid object is concerned, it will only move that object by itself, like so. So you can use it with Shift as well. You can smooth just one object without smoothing everything if you want. And if you want to turn on topological for smoothing, you have to hold down Shift, then turn it on. Okay. Let's see here. Now, I forgot to put these fingers in different polygroups. So what I'm going to do is hit Auto Groups in my menu, and then hit Mirror and Weld, and that will put them back in symmetry in their own polygroup, like so. Okay. Wonder if that's my monitor arm. This monitor that I got is really big, and the footprint on the desk is gigantic, so I got a monitor arm to hold it up. Okay, let's give it a little bend. It's just the one that's recommended for the monitor itself. It's I can't remember it because it has to hold the weight of it, so it's pretty sturdy. I'll have to look at my cart to see what the name of it is. I can't remember. But I'm excited for it. So right now the stand is sitting on my Cintiq because the Cintiq base goes so far back into my desk. Okay. Is yesterday. You can care all you want. Sorry, I'm singing. Okay. Let's make these other arms. Hey, yeah, I'm stealth mode today. I'm having camera issues, not gonna lie. Eventually, yes, eventually I'll combine some of them, not all of them. It depends on what I'm gonna do with it. If I'm gonna 3D print a character, I usually combine them all together in the very end. How you doing, Ashley? Welcome. How you been? I missed your last stream, I'm sorry. Yeah, gotta spin. Look at me, I'm really here. I'm here. I promise. Let's see, I need to split unmask points. These flesh colored arms are kind of freaking me out though. Yeah, you guys, Ashley's another streamer on here, a fantastic one at that. And she makes these awesome, awesome monsters. And she streams on Wednesdays, so you should go check out her channel if you have the time. And she's also a very entertaining watch. I haven't said that before, but entertaining. These little fingers, I don't know what they're doing. Butt chin fingers. Just gonna make them little nubbins. Let you know. Little fingers. The shrimp. Yeah, animate this guy. He's got that little peeper beak. Beep, beep, beep. It's interesting how these are kind of bent backwards. It's like when you paint, do you do it all in one layer? Yeah, no. I don't. All right, one more set of these weird flesh-colored leggies. Oh, I'm gonna split these off too. Henry, I'm not sure, but you're probably right, actually. I'm not too familiar with shrimp anatomy, but I think you're right. So I'm gonna change that. Thanks for the heads up. Let's make them come out right there. Rather than his head, butt, chin. That makes more sense. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. That looks better. Looks like some model stuck in there. I think I'm going to add some of this orange color to the legs just so it's not so creepy. Let's see here. Shrimptipede. Okay. Just putting them all in the same subtool so I can paint these together so they all have the same gradient. That feels better. Not so weird. Okay, and then I still love that this guy's name's Popcorn. What's up, Popcorn? Reminds me of oh, what is Dan Aykroyd on some movie? He's like, popcorn. Is it gosh, what is it? It's that movie with John Cusack where they're assassins. Oh, what is that movie? Let's see. Yeah. Merge. There we go. Gross Point Blank. Yep, that's the one. Jeez, Neil, you're on top of it. You're on fire. Oh, I merged it with the legs. Dang it. Didn't mean to do that. Hey, Jerome, you got it too. I'll give that one to you because YouTube's a little delayed. Whoops. I just love Dan Aykroyd's character in that one. Popcorn. Does 3D printing handle smooth normals as geometry, or must the poly count always be super high to print the smooth surface? The second thing you said. So the poly count always has to be super high to print the smooth surface. A 3D printer will not recognize normals. Normals is just a fake way of doing surface detail to interact with the lights in a game engine. So a 3D printer won't recognize that. I wish it did, but no. Thanks, George. Thanks for hanging out, man. Always a pleasure. Okay, I was just going to paint a little bit of this. Hey, Angry, how you doing? Yep, living the life. I love painting my models in ZBrush because it reminds me of my airbrushing days. Need to give him all his little shorter legs going down his body. All right, Henry, if you're still here, I have some reference on the side, but it kind of looks like there's one set of legs that comes out of every section of his body. Is that, am I reading that correctly? Is that a special brush? Yes, it is. This is my airbrush. It's just called the soft paint brush. I give it away for free over on my website if you want to go get it and try it out. It's just it's basically just a brush. Well, you can see the settings right up here. It's just a regular paintbrush with the focal shift turned down to, you can see it right here. And then my RGB value is turned all the way down to like 20. Kimmy, oh, not a render filter? Like a tune shader? So yeah, the only one I know of is a filter. There's not really a material. If you're looking for a material, I don't know of one. I've only been able to pull it off with filters. Can I repeat the question? What I was asking Henry is see all these little legs, the little ones up underneath here? It just looks to me like one comes out of every body section. Just wondering if that's a correct assessment, would you say? It'll look creepy and weird for a minute. Yeah, sure. I mean, I know nothing about shrimp anatomy other than they're just like weird little lobsters. No, I think they'd have little toes on them too. Let me look. I had some reference of some up, but I don't know where it went. There it is. I didn't think so, but hey. Oh, there are two per segment? Oh, you're right. Look at that. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of little legs. Well, I'm going to simplify them and just do one per segment. Just just for the sake of simplification. Man, shrimp are weird. They're fins? Like to help him swim? All right, all right. Shrimp tacos. Oh man. Okay. Okay, it looks like they have kind of two sections. These are looking weird. I'm gonna give them two sections because these are looking like udders. With females, they hold. Man, they're so weird. What's wrong with you, Shrimpy? Okay. So I'm gonna look at some ref and just kind of make my own version of these so they don't look as uddery. That's a thing, right? Uddery. Used to work at Monterey Bay Aquarium. Wow, that's cool. Okay, and they're kind of bent towards the back. Yeah, they are little like fin things. Kind of turn them to the inside a little bit. And then we'll color them like these legs so they don't look so skin tone cow udder. They're totally space aliens. Okay. I think I'm going to turn them towards the inside like these are. so they look like they're actually coming out of from underneath the shell. Yeah, something like that. Oh, too fast. So let's start with this orange color. Let's go full on orange. Emperor of Cheese, hello and welcome. Okay. Thank you, thank you. They still look like udders to me, but whatever. Shrimp udders. Do you milk a shrimp? Krill, we have crawdads around here in the freshwater rivers. And they're kind of like bigger shrimp. Still just as weird. All right, I think I'm going to leave him off the last one. There we go. Oh, too funny. It's like... All right, we got to give him his little crest, his little rooster crest thing. You know, some of them, looks like they're usually feelers. I know he's got these huge antennae that hang out, but I think that'll finish him off. And then I'll do these little feelers on his tail last. Doesn't look like all of them have that. Okay. Grab his head. Start with a sphere, then do the thing. Again, sorry I don't have a camera today. Technical difficulties with my camera. All right, we're going to try this with a crazy knife brush. Let's split it off though. Yeah, Kemi, that's what I was saying. Legs look like udders. I don't know. I think it's mainly the color. I'm gonna have to, I'll probably just color them orange instead. Maybe, yeah, maybe some dark orange up in there. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna save this off. But first, I'm gonna focus on this. Check out this brush. Well, I have it on my interface. It's called the Knife Lasso Brush. It's the coolest thing ever. Yes. Hey Prashan, how you doing? Okay, I'm going to try that one more time because I want to get more of an arc on these. Ah. Try again. Maybe. Sure. Maybe thinner. It's kind of fun. Oh. Can you use lazy? I mean, you can try. Yeah, I'm on a Cintiq with a pen, so lazy mouse kind of gets in the way when it comes to that, but you certainly could. Okay, let's go back and see if I can fix these things. Let's make them orange. Orange. Make these more orange further on down. Manuel, hello. Welcome, welcome. That's better, I think. All right, and I'm gonna, when I take them to go render, I'll shine them up. Make them shiny. All right, I'm gonna pull his mouth. Love his mouth. It's so funny. All right. Now for these little antennae, I'm just going to leave them. Let's see. Color. Yeah, just this orange color, I think. So it looks like they come off of his nose and just go back, but we'll see how this goes. All right. Curved tube. I have to hide the eyeballs for a second. I always having, can I do this one? I don't understand that, Kasim. Sorry. Maybe try rewording it a different way. Okay, let's see. Split. Should print it and put a cavity in it and put Oh yeah, I remember those toys. Oh my gosh. I used to have a little plastic submarine that would come in a box of cereal and you'd do that and it would. Is there any sale coming for the 3D character workshop? I'm poor like a shrimp. There's none planned at the moment. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'll have to think about it. Okay, what am I doing? Split. Okay. tend to I catch myself saying okay when I'm concentrating, like okay all the time. Yeah, looks like a mustache. We. Want it really thin. All right, let's give him some pupils. Found out there's a store in town that tracks down and sells collectible figures from all the popular collectible companies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Go like a dark orange on this. Emperor cheese. I'm in Utah. I'm not in LA. Oops, let's see. Yeah, guys, I'm still in blockout mode, so I'm still building them and getting there. It's been an hour and a half, so yep, still going. That big. How many subtools do you usually handle? I often get confused if my list gets too long. I don't pay too much attention when I'm doing my block out, especially. After I get my block out all done, then I tend to rearrange and combine things and name things, and it just depends. But while I'm doing my block out, I don't really pay too much attention to it. Okay. Yeah, he's totally got me laughing too. He's funny. So that's why I wanted to model him. He's hilarious. Okay. I'm gonna make well, Or he's bored. Either he's got attitude or he's bored. I like this orange. I'm going to bring it up into his body a little bit more. Let's see. I think I'm just going to go all orange with this. Get rid of that flesh, weird flesh color. Still creepy weird. Okay. And that's, we can go like a dark, I want to go super dark out on the tips of these things. The best kind of weird for sure. Okay, this I kind of want to soften these things out a little bit so that they're not such a, looks like a knife right now. Yeah, maybe it is a knife. I cut you. That's pretty sharp. Inflate that a little rounder. There we go. I don't know what's going on with that little guy down there. But if you ever get something like that and you want to fix it, you can either turn on Sculptris Pro and just kind of smooth it away, or you can do a mirror and then a mirror and weld. Whoops. Sorry, it was just a mirror and weld. There it goes. Now it's gone. Because it was only on one side, so. Cool. Okay, let's see. What else is left? Other than posing him, I guess. I think we're done with him. Got 15 minutes to spare. All right, I'll save it and then I'll pose him a little bit. I need to make his eyes bigger. Maybe from here. Big eyes. Those feel too big. Let's try it again. Maybe that big. And maybe back. Whoops. I don't think you can redo it. I think you just have to do it again. Okay. I just wanted to move them back in space a little bit more. All right. Let's save it. Again, you guys, if you didn't know, I'm going to be doing a presentation this Wednesday for Maxon, for their Maxon event. You can watch it on, I think on, maybe, Neil, do you know where that's at, where it's going to be broadcast? Is it going to be on Maxon's YouTube channel? I'm trying to remember. But I will be there answering questions this Wednesday, so that should be fun. I'm making a vampire. Turned out pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Okay, let's pose this guy. Now to pose it, I usually use T-Pose Master, which is this right here. T-Pose Mesh, but it's called T-Pose Master. It's open. I'm saying for Wednesday it's a vampire. Yeah, it's funny. Need to make his mustache much longer. Like ridiculously long. Okay. Now you can use auto groups in pose mode, but don't do a mirror and weld because that'll change your geometry and it'll break the pose. Okay. Put this in its own group. And this one. I'm just gonna pose these hands around. Just to kind of give him some asymmetry in his legs. Okay, on this one, I'm going to bend it. Whoop. All right, I'm just kind of posing him, whatever. Trying to add some asymmetry going on here. Kind of reminds me of like that mosquito. I'm trying to remember what show it's on where its legs just hang down. I'm going to shrink these to be a lot smaller. And posing is all about mastering hiding, showing, and masking. masking and hiding and showing, that's half your battle right there. So say I want just this one unmasked to add to that selection. And do that, and then just move my gizmo and hang his leg down more straight. Okay. Now this is going to be difficult to do. I'm going to kind of twist his tail a little bit. Oh, looks like I didn't mask off his little feelers. Twist it, turn it, pull it. Blur it. You can turn on perspective when you're posing, and that's just fine. Do you have self-doubt when you try to sculpt from scratch? I'm asking because I always do. Less and less. I mean, I've been doing this for, well, I've been a professional digital sculptor for the last 10 years. And I've been modeling characters for 23 years. So it gets easier. But but still, it still happens all the time. And it depends on like how difficult the character is too. Oh, it'll be over on Maxon. Thanks, Neil. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Bit late? Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm just posing him up a little bit. I'm gonna push him back to the high res. And do the rest over here. I like how it comes off his face, so I'm gonna mask this about right here, then blur it a lot, then do it again. There we go. You know how I center the gizmo in a sphere is I kind of get the gizmo to match up with the sphere like this, and I can kind of see if it's in the middle or not, and then rotate it from there. Whoa. It'd help if it was unmasked. There we go. Okay. Oh. That's not centered. Something like that, maybe. Oh, come on. Is that moving? No. There we go. This guy's so funny. He's just like, what? What do you want from me? That taller because it's funnier. Stick it out a little bit like that. All right, you guys, I think that's gonna do it. What's the best way to get rid of bumpy areas? Use lighter geometry, so lower resolution that's been subdivided. That's the best way to make clean surface. Here, I'm just going to pull this mouth down just a little bit more. I want to get that frown in there. There we go. Funny. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. And hopefully next Monday I'll have my camera back up and going again. Apologize for not having my camera going today. So yeah, thanks, Leonard. Yeah, again, I'll be presenting this Wednesday on Maxon's channel, Maxon's YouTube channel. So that's Maxon C4D, that's their channel. So if you want these brushes, I do give them away over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. I also teach a full in-depth masterclass from start to finish, showing you how to make characters like this for collectibles, game characters. And if you want to check that out, it's also over at 3D Character Workshop. And I also give away this user interface. So if you want to use that, plus my custom menu, it's all over there. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I will catch you next Monday. Thanks again. Thank you, Neil. Thanks everybody. Have a good